I've paid thousands of dollars in courses to learn what you're basically teaching on your podcast for free. What you're putting out there is so valuable. So, I just really want to acknowledge you, and I definitely send everyone to your podcast.
You were virtually one of the first mentors that I looked up to and started following. You're always one step ahead of the game. So I just wanted to give you kudos and props for that, because lots of people are watching, lots of people are learning from it.
Tucker and the whole TTM crew, Dan and Chris, thanks so much for your support. I love what you guys do, and a huge, huge fan. Having this support's huge. So I'm grateful for that.
What's up, everybody out there in listener land? This is episode 295 of the Real Dealz podcast, and I'm hoping that all you guys out there are having a good turkey week, or you will have a good turkey week. I know we've got Thanksgiving closing in quickly this Thursday, so it's a short week, and I've got a real short podcast for you this week. We're going to be back next week with a full-length episode, but this week most of the guys are going to be out of the office and traveling and doing all that stuff, so I figured, you know what? I'll give you guys a real quick announcement here, and then I'll let you get back to, time with the fam, time cooking, time eating, and maybe just time chilling. So this week's announcement, we have a big Black Friday sale that I wanted to kind of tell you guys about real quick. You'll be getting some emails, so if you're on our email list, don't worry about it. You'll get some emails as well, but I wanted to give you guys the details on that here on this week's show. But before I do that, I got a quick favor for everybody to ask. Or I have to ask of you guys out there in Listenerland, and that is, if you've listened to the podcast for any length of time and you've gotten value out of this show, I ask that you take 2 minutes and go to iTunes and leave us a rating. As far as a review goes, I don't care what you write. It really doesn't seem to matter. But the reason why I'm asking for a rating, and hopefully it's a 4-star or 5-star rating, 5-star preferably, but if you get any value out of the show, a 4 or 5-star rating would be awesome. But the reason why I'm asking is because about 2 months ago, iTunes decided to wipe us off the face of the earth. They basically took our show and they cleared it out of iTunes, didn't tell us, gave us no heads up, no warning, no anything. And with that, we had about 500 5-star reviews that just got wiped out as well. And we contacted them, we said, hey, what's going on? They said, oh, we warned you 3 or 4 times about your description being something that we didn't want to have, which we never got a warning, and we really haven't done anything that anybody else hasn't done, and they do it a lot worse, actually, just, some keywords and things like that to make the show more visible in search. And because of that, supposedly, they wiped us off the face of the earth, and they eliminated about 500 5-star reviews that we had accumulated over the course of the last 6 years. And so now when you look at our show, we look like we've got a measly little number of 5-star reviews because some nice folks that have kind of circled back and done it again for us have done it. But all the reviews that we've built up over the last 6 years are gone, and they won't put them back. Imagine that, right? They have them stored somewhere, but they won't put them back. So anyway, my ask of you is that if you found any value in the show, go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating and review. Review if you want to. Rating would be best. And hopefully we can kind of start marching back towards what we once had. So that's my ask. Now, this week's announcement, Black Friday sale. It's a blowout this Friday. We're doing something that we've never done before. And part of the reason is it's kind of twofold. Number one is I want to be able to provide some real estate investing education to you guys at a tremendous value. But number two is I want to be able to help as many of you guys out there in listener land as I can. And so, being it's a 2-part thing, the first is we're offering our negotiating with sellers training, which is basically the baseline for how we talk with and negotiate with sellers. It walks you through every aspect of the conversation, from building rapport, getting information, to getting a price out of them, all the things that are necessary. And it also kind of classifies sellers into which bucket they fall in and how you should negotiate each one. It's a fantastic training. It's how we operate day in and day out every time the phone rings here in the office. Number two is our flipping teardowns product, which for those of you guys that are buying properties that could be tore down and one house could be built in their place, or 2 or 3, it's a great product to really teach you guys not only how to identify those opportunities, how to market to them, how to what to buy them at, value-wise approximately, what kind of utilities and things like that you need to be aware of, and then, of course, how to sell them. So we're going to package those two products together, which we've had those products out for a while. But lastly, I'm also going to offer a consulting call with me. And the reason for that is, number one, once you go through Negotiating with Sellers product, you'll probably have some questions on how to implement that. And so that consulting call is meant for that, as well as maybe some clarification on how to market to and flip teardowns. But most importantly, the consulting call is for those of you guys that want to get your marketing machine on track, that maybe want me to come up with some marketing pieces for you, some ideas, ways to generate lead flow and deal flow. And so I'm willing to give you my time and really take a quick peek into your business and give you my advice on what I would do if I was in your shoes, and spend a little bit of time on the phone with each and every one of you guys that choose to purchase our Black Friday blowout sale. So go to negotiatingwithsellers.com and you can basically purchase the deal. I believe the code is going to be Turkey Day 2019. So put in Turkey Day 2019 and you'll get the deal, which is $399 for all of that I just mentioned. Please note that if you do purchase it, Dan's going to be traveling for the latter part of this week. So don't worry, he will send you a copy of Negotiating with Sellers after you get your login he'll send you a copy of our Flipping Teardowns after you get your login for our Negotiating with Sellers training. And then he'll also next week get you on the schedule with me at some point to do the consulting call. So don't worry, he'll take care of each and every one of you guys that choose to invest in the trainings. And we'll make sure that we fulfill on everything that we've offered here. So go to negotiatingwithsellers.com and put in the promo code, which is Turkey Day 2019, and you can get this tremendous deal. And hopefully I'll talk to a good number of you guys, and I can help you kind of build up your marketing machine, or just whatever aspect of your business you'd like to get my 2 cents on. So that's this week's episode. Short, sweet, to the point. 6 minutes. I think I set a record. I'm trying to cap myself here. I hope all you guys out there in listening land have a great Turkey Day. Enjoy the time with the family. Enjoy the downtime. Maybe use some of that time to think about what you want to do with your business in 2020 and how you can improve it moving forward. So that wraps up this week. I'll see you all on the next one.